If you want to be rich, stop chasing money. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Most people think the key to wealth is working harder, saving a little extra, and maybe getting lucky. But that's why most people never get rich. I'm about to share the exact principles that took me from knowing nothing about money to understanding how real wealth is built. And I wish someone had told me this when I was younger. Here's the thing, building wealth isn't just about having more money, it's about building systems, skills, and assets that make money while you sleep. So, if you are serious about wanting to be rich and not just look rich, stay with me for the next few minutes because what I'm going to share will either wake you up or make you realize why you've been stuck all this time. Alright, let's start with the foundation of everything, your mindset. If you think building wealth is just about numbers, stocks, or starting a business, you're wrong. It all starts in your head. And the reason most people will never become rich is because they never fix the way they think about money. Here's the truth, your current financial reality is simply a reflection of your current beliefs about money. If you think money is hard to make or rich people are just lucky, guess what? Your brain will constantly find proof to back that up. But when you start to believe money flows to me because I create value, everything changes. Let's break this down into three mindset shifts. Most people think in days, weeks, maybe months. The wealthy think in decades. If you're only focused on how can I make $500 this week, you'll chase short-term, low-value opportunities. Wealthy people ask, how can I build something that pays me for years, even after I stop working? That's why they focus on building assets, investments, content, instead of just trading hours for dollars. The world doesn't pay you for your time, it pays you for your value. If you earn $20 an hour, it's not because your time is worth $20. It's because the value you provide in that hour is worth $20 to someone else. Wealthy people increase their value through skills, connections, and leverage. That's why a skilled software engineer, an investor, or a business owner can make more in one day than others make in a month. Because they built something valuable. Growth over comfort. If you want to be rich, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Every leap in your income will come right after you step into something that feels risky, scary, or unfamiliar. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have failures, but here's the secret. Each failure is just a lesson wrapped in discuss. Wealthy people don't avoid risk, they manage it. They learn, adapt, and try again, faster than everyone else. Here's the exercise I recommend for everyone. First of all, write down every belief you currently have about money. You need to circle the ones that are negative or limiting, and then replace them with an empowering belief. Instead of saying, I'm bad with money, you can say, I'm learning to master money every day. Or instead of saying, I can't afford it, you have to say, how can I afford it? These small shifts compound over time, and before you know it, you'll start noticing opportunities you were blind to before. Alright, let's get something straight. No one gets rich just by wanting to get rich. You can read all the motivational quotes, you can watch every single video on YouTube, but until you actually learn a valuable money making skill, you are just running in circles. Now, here's the part people skip. Before you invest in stocks, before you start buying real estate, before you dream of passive income, you need to develop an active income source that funds all investments. Think of it like this: investments are the engine that builds your wealth, but your skills are the fuel. If you have no fuel, that energy isn't going anywhere. So, how do you learn to earn? First, focus on high valuable skills, skills that pay you for the results you deliver, not the hours you work. This could be copywriting, the skill of writing words that sell, digital marketing, helping businesses get customers online, or coding or app development, creating solutions people pay for, and sales, the ability to convince, close, and build relationships. And then content creation, building audiences and monetizing attention. And no, this isn't just for tech people. I've seen people start at zero, learn one skill in 3 to 6 months, and turn it into six figures career with a few years. The internet has destroyed the old rule of working 40 years, retire at 65. Today, if you master the right skill, you can write your own paycheck. Here's a mental shift. Treat learning a skill like building an asset, because that's exactly what it is. The better you get, the more value that asset becomes. And unlike money, no one can take it from you. Now, once you start making more money with your skill, don't fall into trap of upgrading your lifestyle too soon. You're not rich just because you're making $10,000 a month. That money needs to be put to work. And we'll get into that in the next steps. Okay, so now we are moving into something that can change your entire life: owning a digital assets. So, what's a digital asset? It's anything you create or own online that can keep making you money without trading hours for dollars. Some examples: a YouTube channel that earns ad revenue, or a blog or website that makes affiliate commissions, an online course you sell over and over again, a digital product like ebooks or a template, a membership site or subscription community. Here's the magic of digital assets: they are infinitely scalable. If you open a bakery, you can only serve so many customers a day. But if you make a digital product or a YouTube video, there's no limit how many people can see it, buy it, or share it. That's why digital assets are one of the fastest paths to building time freedom. But let me be clear, this is not a set it and forget it fantasy. You can't just upload one video, make one ebook, and expect millions to roll in. Like any real business, it takes work, especially in the beginning. The difference is the work you do upfront can keep paying you for years. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, it's tiny. You have to water it, protect it, give it sunlight. But over time, it grows roots, it grows branches, and one day it starts producing fruit every single year. That's what a good digital asset does. It keeps producing. Personally, I believe one of the most powerful digital assets you can build today is a YouTube channel. Why? Because YouTube gives you attention, and attention is the currency of the internet. With that attention, you can sell almost anything: products, courses, services, sponsorships, and your old videos can keep earning views and money years after you made them. For now, I want you to remember this: skills make you money today, digital assets keep making you money tomorrow. Combine the two, and you are on the fastest track to build wealth that actually lasts. Now, I want to take a quick pause here because what I'm about to share with you could literally be the turning point in your financial journey. When I talk about building wealth, one of the fastest and most scalable way I've personally seen people transform their lives is by creating digital assets that work for them 24/7. And one of the most powerful digital assets right now are YouTube channels. But here's the problem: most people waste years trying to figure it out on their own. They post random videos, get frustrated when views don't come in, and eventually quit right before things could have taken off. That's why I put together a free training that walks you through the process step by step. You learn how to find topics that get views, how to grow without showing your face, and how to turn your channel into a steady source of income. You can watch it right after this video. It gives you the tools you need to move faster and avoid mistakes that slow most beginners down. It is simple to follow and designed for new creators who want results. If you are serious about creating financial freedom, not someday but starting now, this could be your shortcut. I'll leave a link below where you can check it out. Take a look, because in a few years you might look back and wish you started today. Alright, let's get back to building your wealth blueprint. One of the biggest mistakes people make is increasing their lifestyle as soon as they start earning more. They buy a nicer car, bigger houses, expensive watches, and before they know it, their expenses rise to match their income. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest wealth killers. If your goal is to get rich, not just look rich, then the key is simple: live below your means and invest the difference. The truth is, earning money alone won't make you wealthy. You have to put that money to work for you. Because if you just let it sit in a savings account, inflation is eating away at its value every single year. If you invest it wisely, your money can start multiplying without you constantly trading your time for it. Now, what do I mean by investing wisely? There are several proven paths. Stock market and index funds. This is one of the most accessible ways to grow your wealth over time. By buying shares in strong companies and low-cost index funds, you're owning a piece of businesses that produce value every day. Real estate isn't just about buying a house to live in. It can mean rental properties, commercial buildings, or even REITs if you want to start smaller. Real estate can give you both appreciation in value and monthly cash flow. Building or buying cash flow businesses. This could be an online business, a local store, or even buying into existing profitable business. These can produce income that can reinvest again and again. Here's the formula I follow, and it works. You need to earn, save, invest, and repeat it again. You don't need to start big. Even if you can only invest $200 a month, that money compounds over time. For example, $200 a month invested with an average 8% return over time. In 20 years, it grows to nearly $120,000, and that's without ever increasing your contributions, which ideally you will as your income grows. But here's the most important part: when you invest your profits, think long term. The wealthy don't panic when markets drop. They see it as a chance to buy more at a discount. They focus on decades, not days. Okay, let's be honest. Most people fail here. Not because they don't have good idea, not because they don't have the resources, but because they don't have the discipline to do it something every single day. It's not the big flashy moments that make you rich. It's the small, consistent actions you take when nobody watching. Think about this. If you put in 1 hour a day into improving your skills, building your businesses, or investing your money, that's 365 hours a year, and that's over 9 full work weeks of working every single year without burning yourself out. That's the compound effect in action. Here's the truth: success doesn't reward once in a while effort. It rewards people who show up daily, even when they are tired, even when they don't feel motivated, and even when they don't see results right away. It's like going to the gym. You won't notice the difference after one workout, but after 90 days. So, how do you execute daily without feeling overwhelmed? You need to set one non negotiable task every day. If you're building a business, that might be creating one piece of content, reaching out to one potential client, or learning one new skill. Make it so small you can't fail. The hardest part is starting. If you commit to just 15 minutes, you'll often end up doing much more. Track your streaks. There's a reason apps like Duolingo keep you addicted. Seeing your progress stack up is motivating. You can do the same for your wealth journey. You don't have to be the smartest, the fastest, or even the most talented. But if you can outlast everyone else with consistent effort, you will win. I've seen countless people start with zero, no money, no connections, and within a few years, they are living their dream life simply because they don't quit. They execute every day. Remember, daily execution builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence leads to bigger actions, and bigger actions lead to bigger results. So after this video ends, I don't want you to get inspired and do nothing. I want you to choose one thing you'll do today and then do it again tomorrow and the day after that until it becomes second nature. If you start today and refuse to stop, your future will thank you. And if you want to learn how I took this exact mindset and turn it into a business that runs on autopilot, I've put together a free training that walks you through the system step by step. Click the link below to watch it. It's 100% free and it might just be the blueprint you've been looking for.